Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, a home of the Eagles. Some technical trouble as we tried to get started, but everything looks pretty good now. Trinity Baptist College playing host to South Region rival Bob Jones University, and we are just now underway. Less than a minute into this one, Bob Jones, the visiting team, wearing the powder blues with the dark blue numbers, and Trinity Baptist College in the white, blue, and gold. Eagles are heading from right to left across your screen as we get things underway on an absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Jacksonville, Florida. Partly cloudy, mostly sunny, 90 degrees. And the forecast calls for it to be just the same throughout the duration of this men's soccer game between Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones University. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean, as always, working the camera here for us. South Region competition between two friendly but bitter rivals. Bob Jones comes in at 2-7-1 overall and 1-1 in the South Region, having defeated Toccoa Falls 4-0 on September 7th. And lost to Pensacola Christian 1-0 on September 29th. Tell you about the Eagles in just a moment. Nathan Williams near midfield. Long pass. And this one will be knocked down but recontrolled by Nava of the Eagles. Trinity Baptist College 3-8-1 overall on the season, but 2 wins, no losses in South Region competition. Here is Hakeem Bethelmy having the ball taken away by Sebastian Sulik. Jesse Rush sends it upfield for the Bruins. Ball across on the other side of the field, and we have our first whistle of the game, and a foul will be called. It's going to be Bruins ball. Trinity Baptist, 2 wins, no losses in South Region play. 6-0 win over Toccoa Falls on September 22nd. And a 6-0 win over the Sons of Johnson University of Florida on September 29th. In both of those games, Joseph Nava put up a hat trick. That's 6 of his team-leading 9 goals on the season. Bob Jones, leading scorer Jesse Rush, Sebastian Sulik, and Andrew Peterson all tied with 2 goals apiece. There's Clayton McDaniel, and sent upfield by Pedro Power Melgar, but intercepted by the Bruins. Ball heading across to the far side of the field. Bruins going from left to right across your screen. Tell you more about these two teams and upcoming games when we got the opportunity to do so. Bethelmy finds Clayton McDaniel. And McDaniel hits Nava right at midfield. Nava, the Eagles' leading scorer, trying to get around one man. And a shot toward the goal, but a little bit too high. Joseph Nava's first attempt on the afternoon. Tried to beat Casey Miller, got around him, but on the shot attempt, under it just a little bit too much. He has a big leg, and he went right over the crossbar. Isaac Landry in goal for Bob Jones. Kyle Altman for Trinity Baptist College. Landry, 24 goals allowed and 65 saves on the season. Eagles goalkeeper Kyle Altman, 34 goals allowed and 50 saves. And he has shared time recently with Angelo Fernandez, who has saved 14 and allowed 5 goals. Right now it is Altman getting the nod here in half number 1 as we're just a few minutes into the first half. Good pass down the sideline. Sebastian Sulik heading inside. Has a man open, but the Eagles are able to get on the ball and clear it away. Battle for the ball over at the far sideline. It's won by Gabriel Zafiro. Contact, man down, no call, another collision, and now the whistle as there's a Bob Jones Bruins player down on the field. That is Peter Waddy. And now the officials are going to talk things over with players on both teams. No card has come out of the pocket, but it's going to be a free direct kick for Bob Jones, and Caleb Myers will line up take this kick. Talking to Nathan Williams of Trinity Baptist. Eagles will have to back it up. You see Williams and Charlence Melius still over near the ball. They're going to have to back up 10 yards away. Now looks like we're all set. Caleb Myers will take this free kick. Eagles set up a three-man wall of Melius, McDaniel, and Williams, and this kick hits off the legs of those three men who set up the wall. Bob Jones has had better ball control here in the early going. This one goes out of bounds, a throw in for the Bruins. Bruins retreat the ball towards midfield. And a long pass downfield. I do believe that was a pass attempt, but overshot the intended target of Jesse Rush. Here's Fernandez coming out of the backfield, and he is tripped up, and a foul will be called on Brady Carmichael. That'll be a free kick coming up for Angelo Fernandez. He's a little slow to get up, but he'll be all right. Still battling this cough that I've had for a few weeks. Hopefully starting to get a little bit better control of that. Fernandez finds Zafiro. Long pass downfield towards McDaniel inside the box. Tapped inside. Williams could not beat the goalkeeper Landry to the ball. Excellent job by Isaac Landry coming out of the net, keeping the ball away from Nathan Williams, who was looking for the first score of the game. Big punt right off our scorer's table's tent, and it will be Eagles throw in at midfield. Fernandez from the backfield. We'll see him up front, in the back, on the left side, on the right side, possibly even in the goal. All depends on what Coach Ellie Jean has in mind later on in the game. Bruins on the move once again. This is Rush with the ball. He finds Sulik on the right side. Good wall pass back towards Sulik. He's going to try to attempt the shot, but that is Hakeem Bethelmy with the block. Credit Sulik with a shot attempt. That's the first one for the Bruins. Credit also Hakeem Bethelmy coming up from behind, getting in front of that shot attempt. It's a corner kick for the Bruins, and setting up to do the honors is Brady Carmichael. Carmichael gets it into play, a nice corner kick, but overshot everyone. Here's a shot attempt, knocked out of bounds. Looked like Micah Klein on that attempt. Micah Klein, a sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina, just hit his first shot attempt of the game. And again, Brady Carmichael, this time from the far side, will attempt the corner kick. And on this attempt, it should curve inward toward the goal. The kick is up and cleared away by the Eagles. Zafiro gets it well upfield. All the Eagles back on the defense. Casey Miller on the side finds Sulik, and this one stays inbounds. Good recognition by Miller. Some players might have reached down to pick it up, try to get the throw in, not realizing the ball had stayed in bounds. And this one is going to head out the back end line. Shot attempt from Jesse Rush. The Bruins with 3 shots within the last minute or so. We're just about 10 minutes into the first half. Pull up a chair and enjoy some exciting South Region soccer here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Carmichael once again getting ready for the corner kick. A freshman from Moore, South Carolina. Low line drive headed out of the way, but then Bruins were able to try to get it back inside. Good defense by the Eagles. Didn't see who that was, but somebody thwarted the attempt by Peter Waddy. Looks like Clayton McDaniel might have been able to make the sliding tackle, and the Eagles are going to have a free kick. Peter Waddy geared up as if to take the shot, but McDaniel came from behind. Perfect sliding tackle. Waddy never did get off the shot. Fernandez from the backfield takes the free kick, hits the midfield circle. Ball is loose, coming right over near the sideline where Sebastian Sulik will put it back under his own control. Williams takes it away from Miller, but there's Carmichael right at midfield, setting up another chance for the Bruins to advance. Again, Bob Jones has had excellent ball control for most of these first, about 11 and a half minutes into this first half. Bruins on the attack. We got a lot of contact and no call. Looks like Charlie Melius, real name Charlentz, his teammates call him Charlie, might have gotten away with a push from behind. Clayton McDaniel will send it back. And that is Brian Paul to get it back upfield. He finds Nathan Williams, who's on the move. Williams heading down to the sidelines, a man wide open. And a pass in towards Nava. He's trying to get it under control. Here comes Meglar with the shot attempt, but this one is over the crossbar and onto the baseball field. Great job by the Eagles, but Melgar, just as Nava did a few minutes ago, got under the ball just after it bounced on the ground and missed over the top of the crossbar. There's been some baseball tournaments for high school teams going on. They're in between games right now. Here is Sulik down the side. Melgar is able to knock it out of bounds and allow his defensive teammates to get down the field. Nice job by Pedro Power Melgar. Got off a good shot, just missed it. Back on defense to clear it out of bounds. Wide open in the middle is Carmichael. Loose ball over near the far side. And the Eagles on the move. Pass inside to Melius. 1-on-2. He is pushed down in the penalty box and no call. Well, Melius, I think he got away with a push just a minute ago. This time he was knocked down in the box. No call made. That would have been a penalty kick. Sulik gets by Melgar inside the scoring area. Brian Paul coming on, forcing the attacker outside the box. Here's Sulik now back in, and he loses control of the ball out of bounds, and a goal kick for the Eagles. No score. We're about 14 minutes into this one. My time not official. Gentlemen in the orange jerseys are keeping track of that, but have a pretty good estimate going on. Fernandez now in the backfield, looking to get around one and make an advance. Ball stolen away by Rush. Now Bob Jones deep in Eagles territory. Zafiro and then Fernandez able to clear it upfield. McDaniel wins that battle for the loose ball. Nava to his right. McDaniel on the move, but Miller comes from behind and forces McDaniel to lose control of the ball. Excellent job by Casey Miller, a junior from Greenville, South Carolina. A defender who made a defensive play on Clayton McDaniel. Contact just outside the box. Eagles able to clear it away. Melgar goes up and over, and he gets the call. That is going to be a free kick for the Eagles. Pedro Power Melgar went up high, came down on the back of a Bruins attacker, and ended up getting the call his way. Now here's McDaniel finding Nava over near the left sideline, and this one out of bounds. It'll be Eagles ball. Quick throw in to McDaniel. Long pass inside. Looked like he intended to get it to Nathan Williams, but he missed his mark, and the Bruins have sent it well upfield. Kyle Altman will track this one down. Altman picks it up just inside the box, and a nice little roll over to teammate Angelo Fernandez. Gave everyone on the field just a moment or so to catch his breath. That long kick down towards Kyle Altman. Now McDaniel battling for the ball. Eagles come away with it. Melgar right in front of us. Here's Nathan Williams. Taps it inside to Nava, but it's taken away. Zafiro could not hit his man on the intended pass, but Bethelmy is able to grab the loose ball, and we're not going to have a whistle. The official put the whistle up to his mouth, then took it down. No call. Right inside the circle. That is Melius winning that battle. Now midfield, Bethelmy gets it back to Brian Paul. Eagles looking for another chance to advance. They have had the offensive control in these last couple of minutes. Melgar finds McDaniel to the left side. Cross pass in, but that's Miller again making another terrific defensive play. Brian Paul ties up with Peterson, and Peterson wins the battle. Long pass to Waddy, now trying to find a teammate, but he missed his mark by plenty. Looked like he was going to try to get the ball to Sebastian Sulik. Sulik, Peterson, and Rush, 2 goals apiece. Goals also scored for the Bruins this season by Jordan Cruz, David Young, Caleb Felber, and Conley Burke. Eagles leading scorer, Joseph Nava with 9 goals. He also has 2 assists. Nazir Guanipa, Clayton McDaniel, each with 3 goals. Torian Lee, Charlance Melius with 2 apiece. Nathan Williams, Hakeem Bethelmy, Gabriel Zafiro, Carlos Grimaldo, Angelo Fernandez. You have each scored 1 for the Eagles. I'd like to thank Sports Information Director for Bob Jones, Mr. Johnny Gammett, for the information that he keeps up to date on BJUBruins.com. I do the same for Trinity Baptist College on TBCEagles.com. That was inside the penalty box, but no call as 2 men tie up. This one headed out of bounds across the far side, and the Eagles will get the throw in. Again, a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Talon Field here on the west side of Jacksonville, Trinity Baptist College. This throw-in goes back out of bounds. Eagles will advance it upfield just a little bit and do it again. Fernandez gets set, pulls it back, now makes the throw-in. Nava will head it to the back court, where Fernandez and Zafiro will try to send it upfield. Pass complete to Nava, and kicked up into the air. Looked like Carl Walker got a foot on that one. Leap high and pull it down. Landry stands at 6'3" tall. He is a junior from Ashland, Massachusetts, and a good long arm span, was able to get himself up. Keep that ball away from Charlance Melius. And a whistle. This will go, looks like, to the Eagles. Zafiro, slow to get up. He's all right, however. And takes very little time to get it back into play. Out of bounds, this will be a Bruins throw-in. Getting close to the midway point of the first half. We have not had a stop in play. No score. Bob Jones has taken 3 shots. Trinity Baptist 2. None of those on goal, however. Neither goalie with a save. McDaniel all alone at midfield. Outside to Melgar. Long pass towards Nava. The wind knocks that down, and then Nava is able to get it under control. One man to beat. He is pushed down inside the box. The ball rolls out of bounds, and there will be no call. Jordan Cruz made the contact with Joseph Nava. Nava was looking for a whistle that he did not get. Goal kick coming up for Isaac Landry. Landry taking his time, letting his attackers get set. And a big boot well past the midfield stripe. Two men tie up right in front of us. McDaniel grabs the loose ball. Williams having trouble getting around the Bruins player, and now we're going to have a stop in play. Nathan Williams trying to see who the Bruins man is. That is going to be a Bob Jones free kick. Looks like Peter Waddy is the gentleman who tied up with Nathan Williams. Didn't look like a yellow card came out, but the official sure giving Williams a little bit of a warning. So no yellow card. And now we have a foul on a push from Gabriel Zafiro. That's going to be a free direct kick for the Bruins. And it wouldn't put it past him to see Waddy go right toward the goal. Caleb Myers, check that. Looks like he's going to take this kick. These are black numbers on blue jerseys, and the Eagles wearing gold on white on the back of their jerseys. Gets a little tough to see. Here's Myers. He just taps it over to teammate Jesse Rush. Tries to send it inside and right in the hands of Kyle Altman. That again looked more like a pass. Waddy was right there in front of the net. Not much of an angle for Rush to try to really take a shot. So we're going to call that a pass attempt. Three shots for the Bruins, two for the Eagles. Both of those went right over the crossbar. Now here's Melius at midfield, finds Melgar to the left side. 1-on-2, tap towards Nava and headed back upfield, but McDaniel trying to get hold of that loose ball. He does just that. Gabriel Zafiro will try to set up another possible advance for the Eagles. Now Guanipa to the right side. Waddy gets on Guanipa. Guanipa with some fancy footwork, maintaining control of the ball, sends it back, and now a pass across the field towards McDaniel. Clayton McDaniel does not mind using his head. He scored a couple of times this season on headers. This one out of bounds, and Pedro Power Melgar will throw it in. Cloud cover and a nice breeze has really made it feel very pleasant, and a nice defensive play right in front of the net by Micah Klein. This one out of bounds, and a gentleman with the umbrella tried to make a nice play on the ball. Whiffed on it, but we'll give him an A for effort. Eagles ready to try to set it up. Bob Jones controlled the ball very well for the first 12 minutes or so. Trinity Baptist has returned the favor since that point, and we're coming up on the midway point if we haven't already passed it. I got coming up on 25 minutes in the first half. Melgar and Sulik battling for the ball. Sulik lost his footing, and now a whistle. That'll be a blocking foul called on Melgar. So free kick coming for Bob Jones. Casey Miller will set. Try to send the ball upfield. He has attackers on both sides and in the middle. Instead, a slow approach. Pass across to the left side. Guanipa on the defense, and he forces ball to go out of bounds, and Eagles throw in. Nazir Guanipa. He's an attacker, but he used his body. And he forced out of bounds and a throw-in for the Eagles. Guanipa stands at only 5'6". The man he's guarding just towers over him. That is Laurent Cadet. Cadet for Bob Jones. He stands at 5'8". He's a junior from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Casey Miller inside the circle, sending it upfield, knocked down by Fernandez. Now Fernandez reaches in with the foot and steals the ball away from Rush. Excellent defense. Bob Jones gets it right back, and Fernandez and Rush, it looks like, tie up, and Rush got the worst of that one. Fernandez was starting to fall, and he tried to leap to avoid falling on top of Rush. Fortunately, Fernandez was able to change his direction, but he did make some contact with Rush. Rush hit in the head. It looks like he's going to be all right, however. Yellow card will be called on Angelo Fernandez. At approximately 26 minutes into the first half, Angelo Fernandez has the first yellow card of the game. So a free direct kick coming for Bob Jones once we resume. Clayton McDaniel trying to talk his yellow card for his teammate out. And now McDaniel is going to be chased down by the official. Looks like this call is going to stand. Teammates like what they see. Clayton McDaniel standing up for his teammates. He's saying it was accidental, but the yellow card is going to stand. Meanwhile, Bob Jones has a man ready to make this kick. Brady Carmichael back with the ball. He has 4 attackers to the right side, 1 to the left. He gets the whistle, makes the approach towards a goal. One man open, and a header attempt is cleared away by Melgar. Good job on the defense. That pass just out of the reach of Jordan Cruz, who was trying to get inside and get off the shot. Melgar, though, cleared it out of bounds. Gives his defense a chance to set up. Now a substitution for Bob Jones. Number 15, Jacob Kester, checks in for Peter Waddy. Battle for the ball near the corner, won by Williams. And the Bruins player slow to get up. He's okay, though. He's limping gingerly, but now Jordan Cruz looks like he's going to regain full strength. Nava, meanwhile, on the left side, trying to get around Casey Miller. And that pass attempt knocked away by Miller. Here comes Nava from behind with another steal, and then a collision with David Young. No call. Eagles fans want to know why there was no call. Melius finds Zafiro on the right side. And this one's knocked out of bounds by Andrew Zhang. Throw in for the Eagles. Fans all over the official on that last collision we saw just a moment ago, wondering why there was no foul called, but they're not going to get the call, and now the Bruins have a throw in deep on their own defensive side of the field. Eagles are able to take the ball right back. Nathan Williams finds Guanipa on the right side over near the Eagles bench. Long pass by Williams, looking for McDaniel. The ball is loose. McDaniel wide open with the shot, but unfortunately right at Isaac Landry. First shot attempt for Clayton McDaniel. It was on goal, and a save for Isaac Landry, the first for either goalkeeper here today. McDaniel had the net open to the right. He made a quick turnaround shot, but Landry cut down the angle, made a nice play of his own, and was able to snare that one. It was well struck by McDaniel. Now to the left side for the Bruins. Bob Jones resets towards midfield. Here comes number 14, Brady Carmichael. Kester gets around one man. Now Rush to the outside where he finds Cruz. And we're going to have an offsides violation called against Sebastian Sulik. Eagles will have a free kick deep in their own defensive territory. Angelo Fernandez with a big foot, getting ready to try to get the ball well upfield. Beautiful kick into the wind and still got plenty of distance on it. The wind is blowing from your screen point of view from the left to the right, so the Eagles are going into the wind. If it stays the way it is now, that means the Eagles will have the wind at their backs in the second half, and that might be a good advantage. Right now, the wind goes with Bob Jones. Of course, you never know what the weather in Jacksonville is going to be like. It's beautiful now. It could start storming any minute, but there's no chance of rain in the forecast. And the radar I looked at just before kickoff, here's Joseph Nava, wide open. Nava with the shot right at Landry once again. Nava's second attempt, first on goal. And again, great job by Landry, coming forward just enough to cut down the angle, and now we're going to have a foul called, and that is Sebastian Sulik. Clayton McDaniel wants a yellow card to come out of the official's pocket. I don't think he's going to get the call, but it is a free direct kick for the Eagles. So McDaniel talking with the official still, and the two walk and talk. Bob Jones will send up a two-man wall. Angelo Fernandez comes up from the backfield to take this kick. He has teammates ready to attack on both sides. 3-4 now to the right. That's where he sends the ball inside the box. There's Nava with the shot, tapped up in the air and grabbed by Landry. Third shot for Nava, second on goal. Isaac Landry gets his third save. Again, Landry at 6'3". All he had to do was get his hands on it. He did just that. He was all alone, so he was able to just tip it so he could regain control, which he did very well. This one out of bounds, last touched by Jordan Cruz, so the Eagles will have the throw-in. Pedro Power Melgar getting ready to throw in, but we're going to have a substitution first. Hakeem Bethelmy will head on out, and taking his place on the field, number 23, Richard Vasquez. Vasquez, a freshman from, hope I say this correctly, Guayaquil, Ecuador. That one kept inbounds, sent upfield for the Bob Jones way, and a beautiful wall pass to Caleb Myers from Jesse Rush. Fernandez got back on defense, however. That pass to Vasquez a little too strong. Bob Jones regains control. Bruins retreat towards midfield. Carmichael's pass. And it's grabbed by Kester, who now tries to get inside. Couldn't do so, but he found a teammate outside the box. Melgar intercepts the pass, and his pass attempt too far out of the reach of Williams. Now down the right side goes Caleb Myers. Cross pass in. Cleared away by the Eagles, Brian Paul. Now on a shot attempt, no, it's thwarted. Carmichael was trying to set up, gear up his leg for the shot. Before he could get it off, though, Brian Paul came by and knocked it away just enough. And then it tipped off a Bruins player and went out of bounds. So a goal kick coming up for Kyle Altman. Conley Burke makes his way onto the field for Bob Jones. Jesse Rush went off in favor of Burke. Long pass upfield by Fernandez. Out of bounds off the header from Laurent Cadet. I have approximately 10 minutes remaining in the first half. No score. Eagles have taken 5 shots. Chance for number 6. Nava trying to get inside. And it is grabbed by Isaac Landry. So Joseph Nava with his 4th attempt and 3rd on goal. 6 total shots now for the Eagles, 3 for Bob Jones. 4 of those 6 on goal, all saved by Isaac Landry. Now in the right corner, Caleb Myers looking for a cross pass, and he misses his mark. This will go out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Kyle Altman. No score. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. This one goes out of bounds near midfield. Eagles throw ball. Guanipa over near the far sideline. 1-on-3. Loses the ball. Carl Walker at the midfield circle, sending it up to the left side. Melius finds Melgar on the Eagles' left side of the field. Loose ball near the midfield circle, grabbed by Casey Miller. Bruins looking for another chance to get inside. The Eagles have played stellar defense. Melius on the steal. Here's Nava. One man to beat. That is Jordan Cruz. Cruz is able to get back in front of Nava. And Nava has to retreat. Loses his footing and the ball. And a sliding save by Melgar to keep it out of the possession of Caleb Myers. Ball sent downfield towards Myers, over near the sidelines, headed towards the corner. Melius on the defense. Nasir Guanipa trying to get around one man over near the midfield tent. Loose ball won by the Bruins. On the move is David Young. Bruins get it to the left side. Now over towards the corner. Zafiro is going to tap it toward the sideline and allow his defenders to get set into position. Bruins have the throw in. Long pass inside. McDaniel's able to clear it away with a header. Miller sends it back upfield. Kyle Altman comes out of the goal and keeps it away from the attacker. That looked a lot more like a pass attempt instead of a shot attempt. Walker was there ready to make the reception and try to get off a shot. Kyle Altman came out of the goal, picked it off in flight. Brian Paul has a man coming up from behind. Finds Vasquez near midfield. Ball taken away by Melgar. McDaniel just past the stripe. Has a man on each side. Melgar has Nava to his left. Loses control of the ball. Stolen away by Klein. Bruins on the offense now. Lose control as Fernandez comes up from the backfield. Now wide open. Nava to his left. Nava crossing to over towards his right with the shot attempt. Couldn't really get a whole lot on it. That'll go as save number 5 for Isaac Landry. Shot number 5 from Nava and his 4th on goal. Nava had to make sure he got off the shot before a defender got on top of him. Couldn't get much on it. Now we're going to have a stop in play as there's an Eagles player down at midfield. Haven't been able to see who the man down is just yet. Now it is Nazir Guanipa. Approximately 6 minutes left once we start resuming play. Again, an absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon. Temperatures right around 90 degrees. Good cloud cover, gentle breeze. Bright sunshine hitting the field. We're shaded by the cloud cover. And a nice umbrella that Coach Jones got for us. Fans brought their own tent. They're all huddling up under the shade. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau is our cameraman. Hope you're enjoying this South Region matchup between two, as we said earlier, friendly but bitter rivals. Bob Jones University coming down from South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. The home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Before the injury, Isaac Landry made a save, so that's where they resume play with Landry just rolling the ball back into his offense. Nava on the move. Torian Lee to his left side. Great pass to Lee. The shot is right into the hands of Landry. Lee with his first attempt. It is on goal and another save, number 6 for Isaac Landry. Zafiro now in the backfield. Sends it up. Has a teammate, Brenner Pittman, over near the right sideline. Loose ball will be tracked down by Fernandez. One man coming on, now 2. Fernandez, instead of tapping it to Altman, is able to get it upfield. Zafiro finds Pittman on the left side, but it's tapped out of bounds. Eagles throw in. Approximately 3 to 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Eagles will now have a free kick just shy of midfield. Angelo Fernandez will set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. Now make it 6. Fernandez taps it off to Brenner Pittman over on the right sideline. Pass inside. Nava takes the reception, but it's cleared away. Another good defensive play by the Bruins. That was Jordan Cruz. Melgar's pass towards Nava, intercepted by Miller. Melius wins the battle for the ball, but misses Brian Paul. And Paul has a man coming up from behind. He's able to tap it to Altman. Nice job by Burke, not giving up. He looked like he might have had a chance to steal that ball away and get off a shot. Burke took nothing for granted on that exchange, and Brian Paul just did get it to Altman in time. Long pass towards Nava downfield. Torian Lee gets control, finds Nava. Lee wide open to the left. Nava did not see him, passes it back. Evan Hasbrook sends it outside. A header attempt and up in the air and grabbed by Isaac Landry. Joseph Nava with his 6th shot attempt, 5th on goal. And save number 7 for Isaac Landry. That was a header attempt by Nava. Got it on the goal, but Landry was able to pick it off. This one out of bounds. It'll be a Bruins throw-in, and we're coming up on the final minutes of the first half. Still no score. Great defense by Landry in goal. He knocked down 7 shots on goal by the Eagles. 6 of those from Joseph Nava. Now from well outside, the pass in and an offsides call on the Bruins. Conley Burke just a little bit too far beyond the defense, and the Eagles will get a free kick. Fernandez will get the free kick. We've seen what he can do. He has a very strong right leg. Eagles might have 1 or 2 more opportunities before the halftime intermission. Push from behind and no call. That was a very obvious push. And again, the Eagles fans want to know why nothing was called. That's Richard Vasquez. Might have gotten away with a push himself, so the officials are letting them play as the first half winds down. Torian Lee on the move on the left side. One man to beat. Passes it in towards Nava. Nava backs it up to Vasquez. To the right side where Brenner Pittman maintains control. Can't get around one man. Has two to choose from. Cross pass inside, deflected away. Vasquez now regains control of the ball. This one is out of bounds off Bob Jones, and it will be a corner kick for Trinity Baptist. Nathan Williams will head to the corner. Not much time left. Vasquez comes outside the box. All by himself is Zafiro. His pass attempt towards Pittman is headed away. And that will be the final shot attempt of the first half as we go into halftime with no score. We have a 15-minute break. We'll be back. We'll leave the camera rolling, and you'll see when the gentlemen take the field, and we'll recap the first half and get ready for half number 2 between the Eagles and the Bruins of Bob Jones University here on TBC Eagles. Stay Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. We are in a scoreless tie between Bob Jones University and Trinity Baptist College Eagles, NCCAA South Region matchup. I'd like to let you know what's going on both these teams in their next upcoming games, and as we usually do, we'll start with our guests. After today, Bob Jones will host Truett McConnell University, an NAIA team. That is on October 9th at 6 p.m. October 13th, NCCAA opponent Kentucky Christian University is in Greenville, South Carolina. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff time. Bob Jones will then travel to Columbia International on Tuesday the 16th and Johnson University of Tennessee on Saturday, October 20th. Those are the next few games coming up for Bob Jones University. For the Eagles, next Saturday, another South Region matchup, this time at Pensacola Christian College. That is a 7 p.m. nighttime game, 6 p.m. Central Time in Pensacola. The next home game will be against Johnson University of Florida on Tuesday, October 16th. And then homecoming Saturday, October 20th, the gentlemen will host Talladega College. That will be a 7 p.m. start time. Coach Jones is getting some temporary lights put on the field so we can have our first ever night game for Trinity Baptist College soccer. Second half is underway, no score. Eagles have taken 9 shots to Bob Jones 3. Isaac Landry has 7 saves. Kyle Altman none, as none of those 3 shots were on goal. Trinity Baptist now going from left to right across your screen, wearing the home whites with the gold and blue trim. Bob Jones in the light blues with the dark blue and black numbers. They are now going from right to left. Corner kick coming up for the Eagles. Gabriel Zafiro will send it inside. It curves away from the net, and the Bruins are able to head this one away. Bob Jones started the first half with excellent ball control. Trinity Baptist, though, ended the first half mostly in their offensive side of the field. There you see a few collisions, but the officials have let them play very much. This time, though, that's going to be a call in favor of the Bruins. Very little time wasted. Right in front of us is Jesse Rush, guarded by McDaniel. Joseph Naga has taken 6 shots, 5 of those on goal. Clayton McDaniel, 1 and 1 on goal. Torian Lee, 1 shot. It was on goal. Pedro Power Melgar, 1 shot over the crossbar. For the Bruins, Sebastian Sulik, Jesse Rush, and Micah Klein have all attempted to score. All 3 of them missed wide. Bruins on the free kick. Just tap it back into play. Here comes McDaniel, but it's taken away by Carmichael. This one is out of bounds, and it will go to the Bruins. Fans cheering on the Eagles. Pretty nice crowd from Greenville also here in attendance at Trinity Baptist College. Sulik tries to work his way inside. He is able to find Carmichael. Bruins retreat. There's Miller with a long shot attempt, well off to the right, however. First attempt by Casey Miller, 4th overall for the Bruins. Of course, my number's unofficial. Courtney Bland-Sett, the official scorekeeper this afternoon. She's a member of the women's soccer team. She's the lady over at the tent, keeping the official tallies. You can catch a recap of this game on tbceagles.com. I'll do my best to have that up this evening. And we're looking forward to the brand new tbceagles.com, which should be coming before too long. Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, our cameraman here at Trinity Baptist College. As the Bruins try to get inside, but more tight defense by TBC. This is Jeremy Telius on the move for the Eagles. He finds help on the outside. Torian Lee from the left side of the field loses control of the ball. Little unforced error, and Bob Jones is able to pick it up and advance it upfield. Cruz pass, though, off its mark, and a shot attempt from Guanipa goes right into the hands of Isaac Landry. That's the first attempt for Guanipa and save number 8 for Landry. Zafiro takes the ball away from Waddy after a collision. Melgar now finds some help with Torian Lee over near the scorer's tent. Torian Lee advancing it upfield. That's a big man, Torian. He stands at 6'3", a sophomore from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Here is Sulik, and he has it taken away by Brian Paul. We've mentioned Brian Paul a lot. He's a junior from Ponce, Haiti, or check that, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Guanipa 1-on-2. Has it taken away. Good job by the Bruins. That was Waddy and Myers teaming it up. Now a loose ball at midfield. Fernandez trying to get it away from Sulik, and a whistle. It'll go towards the Eagles. No time wasted. Jeremy Telius charging inside, takes the shot, and it is knocked out of bounds off the hands of Isaac Landry. Looked like it might have missed a little wide to the right, but Landry was able to get a hand on it. And that is save number 9 for Landry. Very close. Not sure if it would have gone in just inside the pole or missed just outside. But a great attempt by Telius. His first attempt. 9 saves now for Isaac Landry. Eagles have gotten off a number of shots. So far, they've been unable to connect. Loose ball inside the box, cleared away by the Bruins. Telius again with the chest steal. Finds Guanipa on the right side. Cross pass and over the goal. That was tough to tell if that was a shot attempt or a pass. Both McDaniel and Telius in the vicinity ready to knock it in, but the ball went over the crossbar. So we're going to call that shot number 2 by Guanipa. Still no score. About 8 minutes into this second half. Ball's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. TBC Lady Eagles women's soccer also undefeated in the South region. They have beaten Toccoa Falls College twice. They will play next Friday afternoon against Weber International University. And we're going to have a foul called against the Eagles, Gabrielle Zafiro. Fortunately, it is outside the penalty box. But a free direct kick coming up for the Bruins. Brady Carmichael will get set. Andrew Zhang also nearby. Men and women's college basketball not too far away. It'll be Zhang, the left-footed kicker, sending it inside. He's waiting for his attacking teammates to get set. All Eagle defenders in the backfield. And headed away by Fernandez. And now a loose ball grabbed by Casey Miller. Miller sends it inside. Hernandez gets a head on it and a collision. And we're going to have a whistle. Doesn't look like a foul will be called. More of a precautionary as Sulik down on the ground. Grabbing his chin and his nose. Looks like he's all right. No blood coming out. That's a good sign for Sulik. Ball will be sent back to Kyle Altman, who will hand it to Fernandez to get us back underway. Clayton McDaniel again talking with the official, being a good team leader out there on the field. He was looking for an unsportsmanlike call on that last play. Sulik had the free kick. All he did was boot it out of bounds. It looked like he did it intentionally. Here's Altman's line drive kick from the goal kick, and now Torian Lee 1-on-2. Battle for the ball, grabbed by Jeremy Telius at midfield. Telius retreats to Fernandez. Now there's Charlins Melius right inside the circle. One man to get around. He's trying to beat Kester. Finds Melgar over on the left sideline. Telius gets it back, sends it toward the goal. McDaniel the head attempt, the loose ball knocked away and cleared out of bounds. Landry never did get a hand on it. Two defenders for Bob Jones were able to stop that attack. It looked like Laurent Cadet was one of those Bruins players. They were able to keep it away, and now the shot, the left-footed shot from Nava, right into the hands of Isaac Landry for his 10th save. Nava, 7 shots, 6 on goal. Here is Peter Waddy looking for Sulik on the left side. He keeps it in bounds. Ball pass back to Waddy. Sulik finds a man wide open. Carmichael at midfield gets it to the outside. Carmichael finds Sulik. McDaniel comes from behind, knocks down Sulik. No call. Pass inside to Waddy. Gets off the shot. And Brian Paul was able to get a foot on it to keep it away from the net. And then an offsides call on the ensuing attempt by the Bruins. Great job by the defender, Brian Paul. Eagles and Bruins both playing strong defense. Eagles defense has held Bob Jones to 4 shots, none of them on goal. Make that 5 after that attempt that Brian Paul just knocked down. Looked like Peter Waddy had that shot attempt. That is his first. So no saves for Kyle Altman. That's because of the tight defense by the Eagles. None of those 5 shots have gone on goal. This is Charlins Melius getting McDaniel inside the box, and the ball's cleared away. Jesse Rush beats Melius, finds Zulik at the midfield circle. Guanipa wins the race to the ball over Carl Walker. Eagles now with another chance to set up an attack. Long pass from Melgar. This one is intercepted, however. Bob Jones now with possession. We started to talk about men's and women's basketball getting underway in just a few weeks. Coach John Jones leading the Gentlemen Eagles. They will begin play on October 27th. Judy Allen will lead the Lady Eagles onto the court on November 2nd. The opening games, both home games for men's and women's basketball of Trinity Baptist College. And we're going to have as many home games as possible. Almost every one of them right here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Long pass intended for Waddy and over the crossbar and out of bounds. That one intended for Waddy. He was ready, but it was out of his reach. Cadet knocks the ball away from McDaniel. 2 men now battling. Waddy wins that battle. And the ball is stolen away. Jeremy Telius finds Torian Lee near the left sideline. Now at midfield, Lee has his pass knocked away. Good job by Jordan Cruz. Zafiro steals the pass. Eagles with another chance to advance. Guanipa 1-on-2 finds Nava. And Nava is able to retreat. Now Telius Looking to the outside, his pass out of the reach of McDaniel and grabbed by Cadet. Zafiro collides with Walker. Both men go down, and the shot attempt by McDaniel just a little bit astray for Clayton McDaniel, his second attempt. Very physical game. Not too many calls. There's been one yellow card. That went to Angelo Fernandez midway through the first half. Sulik trying to take control of the ball, but Jeremy Telius on the defense, forcing Sulik to the outside, and Telius knocks it out of bounds. And it is Eagles throw-in as the ball hit off Sulik's leg before crossing over the sideline. Zafiro will throw it in for the Eagles. Zafiro taking his time, getting sure his team is set. Retreats to Fernandez. And that pass just swung on and missed by Melius. Guanipa's able to pick it up. And the Bruins are able to take it away from the Eagles. Long pass to the left side. Here's Rush. Zafiro on the defense with the steal. Now Rush trying to play defense of his own, and this one is out of bounds. It'll be Bob Jones' ball. Nope, it'll be Trinity Baptist ball. Officials sending Zafiro back just a few more yards. Throw into McDaniel and a big boot up towards the spot. Pass taken away by Jordan Cruz. Bob Jones now on the offense, looking to set up a chance to get off a good shot. Another contact, collision, no call. Fernandez gets it past the midfield stripe. Nava's waiting for it, but he could not corral it. We're about 18 minutes into the second half. We have no score. Sulik on the move. Now Waddy has it cleared away. Fernandez and Zafiro able to knock it to the sidelines. And a header from Charlance Melius. Gets the ball back upfield. Joseph Nava on the run, has to beat one. Nava takes the shot. It is out of bounds, wide to the right. Nava got off his 8th shot, but just did misdirect it. That ball took a bounce to the right just as it approached the net. A break for the Bruins as Joseph Nava very nearly put the Eagles ahead. It hit the ground just before going in, and the spin of the ball caused it to spin wide right of the post. So still no score. That is the 8th shot from Joseph Nava. Remember, he already has 2 hat tricks this season. Ryan Paul over to the sideline, clears it out of bounds. That'll let his defending teammates get downfield. Bob Jones will throw in. We have a substitution for the Bruins. Jesse Rush will head off, and we'll see who the new gentleman is on the field. This is Andrew Peterson, one of the 3 leading scorers for Bob Jones. Peterson, Sulik, and Rush, each with 2 goals on the season. Eagles are able to steal the ball away. Here's Guanipa past midfield. Has to get around Cadet. Pass knocked down, and the Bruins are able to get back on defense and take the ball away. Bethelmy comes up behind and gets the ball away from Walker, but Bob Jones able to regain control. Carmichael finds Waddy out to the left sideline. Bethelmy and Waddy battling for the ball. It is Waddy who comes away with it. Long pass across the field, and the wind took it away from Jordan Cruz. The wind is not overpowering, but it very much affected that knuckleball type of a line drive pass. Got it away from Cruz. Break for the Eagles. Long pass downfield. Eagles have that wind in their backs. It's brisk, but again, not too overpowering. We have dropped under 90 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous weather out here. Melius finds Zafiro on the right side. Zafiro takes his time, gets his teammates a chance to set up. Now the loose ball. And that loose ball grabbed by Zhang. Bruins with another chance to advance. This is Kester having the ball knocked away, and Bethelmy now battling with Sulik, and Bethelmy wins the ball. He finds Charlens Melius right in front of us. Just inside the circle. Eagles retreat to the backfield. Jeremy Telius has Melgar on the left side. Peterson needs to let his teammates come upfield, and now Kester on the charge from the right side. And again, the Eagles able to get back and stop the attack. Angelo Fernandez gets his body in front of the attempt by Kester. That is the 6th overall shot for Bob Jones. Still, none of them have reached the goal. Substitution now for Trinity Baptist College. Brenner Pittman heads onto the field. Kyle Altman will set up for the goal kick. Good line drive kick, this time going with the wind. Loose ball. Eagles win the possession. Fernandez, one man on him. He finds Guanipa right in front of the camera. Zafiro with a good deke move, getting some props from the fans. Great pass, but it is knocked down on the defensive play from Micah Klein. Jeremy Telius trying to get around one man, Carl Walker. He's able to find Telius just behind him. So we got a Melius and a Telius. And a shot attempt from the outside from Melgar, and another save for Isaac Landry. That is his 11th. Check that, Pedro Power Melgar with his 2nd attempt, first on goal. 16 shots for the Eagles. 11 of them on goal. 11 saves for Isaac Landry. Still no score coming up on the midway point of the first half. Joseph Nava, another opportunity, has to get around Casey Miller. Fernandez tries to cross it inside, didn't get much on it. He had Bethelmy and Pittman in front of the net. Now here's Waddy wide open to the left side. Melius comes from behind, and Melius will get the ball away from Waddy. Now they're still battling. Just outside the penalty box. Waddy leaps over Melius, and he's going to get called for the foul. So Waddy climbed over Charlens Melius, got called for the foul, and the Eagles will have a free kick deep in their defensive side of the field. Gabriel Zafiro will get the ball back into play. Just about a couple of minutes past the midway point of the first half. Big boot up towards midfield, but knocked down by Carmichael. Fernandez keeps it away from Waddy. Zafiro looking for Guanipa, and it's tapped out of bounds by Andrew Zhang. So a throw in for the Eagles. Still no score. I have about 20 minutes left in regulation. White throw in. Zafiro finds Guanipa and gets it back to Zafiro. Eagles have already tied one time. That was against Florida College, a 5-5 tie back on September 1st. Bob Jones also has a tie on September 8th, 2-2 against St. Andrews University. Peterson, a good pass to the outside, and this one intended for Sulik, well out of his reach, into the hands of Kyle Altman. Sulik was all alone, and if that pass had been on its mark, Sulik would have had a chance to put his team into the lead. Big punt by Altman with the win, well past midfield. And Zafiro, another fancy move to get around his defender. Guanipa now taking on Cadet. Loose ball, and Zafiro wins the chase. Zafiro with Waddy on him now. Wall pass to Zafiro just outside the box. Cross pass inside. Loose ball for Brenner Pittman. The shot is knocked away. That was Casey Miller getting in the way of Brenner Pittman, who just took his first attempt of the afternoon. Casey Miller got his body in front of the ball. It will be a corner kick for the Eagles. Corner kick goes inside. A header attempt by Joseph Nava. Out of bounds. That will count his 9th attempt of the afternoon. Brenner Pittman, a junior from Livingston, Montana. Had a shot, hit it very well, but Casey Miller knocked it out of bounds. Substitutions for the Bruins. Caleb Felber coming in. Also now in for Bob Jones, Caleb Adams. Melius finds Nava, who hits Guanipa outside the box. Cross pass in, and the shot is cleared away. And now we got a couple of men tangled up inside the box. Now both men went for the ball. Both went up in the air, and it looks like Charlence Melius has drawn a yellow card. Now both men left their feet to try to make the play. Melius to try to do a scissors kick into the goal. I can't quite see who the Bob Jones player is who's down on the ground. But he also went up in the air defensively. Looked like the contact was incidental, but Melius got the yellow card. About 16 minutes left to go. So the dangerous play is the reason for the yellow card. Everybody seems to be all right. Looked like Caleb Adams, who just entered the game, was that defender. So Isaac Landry gets the whistle, gets us back underway. Approximately 16 minutes to go. At least that's regulation. We have no score. Jeremy Telius finds Melgar on the left side. Now Telius charging across the field. His pass will be kept in bounds by Guanipa. Zafiro looking for Melius, and it's intercepted. Micah Klein on the defense. Kester tried to get around his defender and knocked the ball out of bounds. It went off the defender, so Bob Jones will throw in. Andrew Zhang sends it upfield towards Caleb Felber. Battle for the loose ball. Fernandez against Peterson. And that ball is outside the penalty area, and a blocking, tripping foul called against Bob Jones's Andrew Peterson. So Fernandez will set up for the free kick. Fernandez, long pass, well past midfield. Guanipa is there, but could not get over Zhang. That's hard to do because Zhang, about 7 inches taller than Guanipa. Carmichael now inside the circle. All by himself, has teammates on either side and in front. He finds Peterson, and Peterson gets it to the outside. Jordan Cruz could not get off the shot. Ball sent inside, and a header attempt by Conley Burke. Saved by Kyle Altman. That is save number 1 for Altman because that's the first shot on goal for Bob Jones. 7 overall. Conley Burke just took his first with the header attempt. Great idea. He had an open net. All he had to do was get it around Altman, but it went right into Altman's hands. And Kyle Altman stands at 6'4", so he has a lot of reach. And a handball called against Zafiro will give a free kick to the Bruins. All just happened to hit off of Zafiro. He tried to pull his arms out of the way, but he's called for the handball. Wind is starting to pick up, and it has changed direction. It's blowing directly in toward us in the camera tower. Guanipa going 1-on-3. Carmichael takes it away. And Guanipa loses his footing and the ball. Bob Jones has another chance to set up and advance. Across the field. Brenner Pittman is able to take the ball away, and out of bounds it will be Eagles ball. Throw in for the Eagles. Nava over near the Bob Jones bench. Nava gets around one. Pass back to Nava. Shot opportunity and knocked down Nava's second chance. Could not get there in time. Isaac Landry just picked up his 12th save. Nava his 10th shot, 7th on goal. Landry came out of the goal and cut down the angle, knocked it down, and was able to pounce on top of it before Nava got to it for a second chance. And we're going to have a elbow thrown called on Andrew Peterson, and that will be a yellow card. Yellow card called on Andrew Peterson with approximately 11 minutes left to go. Two on Trinity Baptist, 1 on Bob Jones. That's the yellow card situation. Remember, a second yellow card and the player is out of the game. That would count as a red card. Zafiro, a long cross pass all the way across the field near the Eagles bench. Grabbed by Melgar. Melius gets it back to Melgard outside. Loose ball. 2 men going after it, 1 from each team over near the corner. It's won by the Bruins, but then the ball's knocked away. Brenner Pittman has 1-on-2. Bethelmy gets it outside to Melgar. Cross pass inside. Intended for Guanipa, but he couldn't get there in time. Eagles retreat. Fernandez comes up from the backfield, and he's going to draw the foul, and that'll be a free direct kick for the Eagles. Foul called on Nick Marks. And it will be Zafiro with the free kick. 6 Eagle attackers line up to the left side. And Zafiro, with only one man in front of him, sends it towards the goal, and it will sail well out of bounds. So for Gabriel Zafiro, his first shot attempt looked like he was going for the goal. And a slew of substitutions for the Bruins. I'm counting 4 new men on the field. Jesse Rush, Sebastian Sulik, among a couple of others. And a pass intended for Peterson, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Eagles. Still no score. By my watch, we have about 9 minutes left. Caleb Myers also came back onto the field just a moment ago for the Bruins. And a good line drive kick. Again, this time the wind has shifted, so that helped knock that ball down just a bit. Rush gets around Bethelmy, but Bethelmy will be called for the push. And Bethelmy wants to be careful he doesn't draw a yellow card for arguing with the official. Frustration from both teams. It's a very hard-fought battle. Everybody clears heads, and we're back underway. Ball on the outside near the Eagles bench. Bruins will retreat. Caleb Adams finds Rush midfield. Fernandez tried to reach around and steal the ball. He did not win that fight. Sulik now to the outside. Nick Marks sends it in. Altman reaches high and keeps the ball away from the attacker. That was Caleb Felber, the intended receiver. Again, Kyle Altman standing at 6'6". 6'4", Mrs. Altman, making sure I knew. I said it a minute ago. I got it wrong that time. Mrs. Fran Altman attends every game she can get to and watches the away games online every chance she gets. She's also sent me some very nice photos that we've been able to use throughout the season on our game recaps. A big fan, of course. The 6'4" Kyle Altman. Hey, I get the thumbs up that time. Now it's Melius on the move after the steal, looking for Nava. Nava wide open now, has to get around 2 men. Nava with the shot, and again right at Isaac Landry. Joseph Nava, 11 shots in this game, and 8 of them on goal. That is now 13 saves for Isaac Landry. Sulik is tripped up by Fernandez. Both men are down. No whistle just yet. I'm a little surprised about that. And now Myers lets the ball travel outside the box. It's out of bounds past the end line, and now the officials are going to check on both men. Angelo Fernandez for Trinity Baptist and Sebastian Sulik for Bob Jones. Both men still on the ground, both grabbing a right knee. Sulik looks like he's going to be all right, but Angelo Fernandez still in a lot of pain. No score. We have about 6 minutes to go pending this injury. That would be a big loss for Coach Ellie Jean, who is also a certified athletic trainer. He's heading out to take a look at one of his star defenders, Angelo Fernandez. A quick look, and Jean heads back to the side. Fernandez is up. He's going to limp off. And let's hope he's all right. Nothing too serious. So if I have it correct, Kyle Altman will have a goal kick once we resume play. Players on both sides take advantage of the opportunity to rehydrate and get ready for the final 6 minutes. No score. It is possible we go overtime. Again, both teams have already played to a tie this season. And Kyle Altman will set up, ready for the goal kick. Fernandez now walking a little faster, still a slight limp, but it looks like he's going to be all right. Fernandez heading over behind the bench where he'll get a little bit more attention on his right knee. Kyle Altman places the ball down, gets the whistle, and we are back underway. Low line drive toward Guanipa. Clayton McDaniel back on the field. He came in for Fernandez. And here is Andrew Peterson with 3 Eagles defenders getting back on top of him. Finds Sulik. His shot wide to the left. Looked like Sulik might have tried to shoot that ball before he really had control of it. And it shanked off his foot very wide to the left. That's the second shot attempt by Sebastian Sulik. And we are still scoreless with approximately 5 minutes remaining. Again, that 5 minutes remaining is in regulation. The way this one's going, don't be surprised if we play at least 10 extra minutes. Charlens Melius over on the left side finds Melgar all alone, and Melgar sends it upfield. 2 men there, but a defender also, and is able to head it upfield. That was Caleb Adams. Sulik finds Felber on the left side. Felber loses control of the ball. Kyle Altman, easy pickup for him. Eagles now on the move again. This pass intended for McDaniel out of his reach. Bob Jones has another chance to set up a scoring opportunity. Sulik has 1 man to beat. That's Brian Paul. He gets around Paul. And Charlens Melius with the slide to keep the ball away from Andrew Peterson, who looked like he had a wide open net to the left of Altman. So Charlens Melius, credit him with a nice sliding tackle. It's a corner kick for the Bruins. Heading over to take the kick, Jesse Rush. Rush gets the whistle. Here's a kick. It is headed away by Clayton McDaniel. It is going to go out of bounds and a throw in for the Bruins. Klein throws it in. David Young battling with Guanipa is able to get it back to his teammate. Klein goes across the field. Nick Marks from the backfield makes an advance. Little wall pass right back to Mark. Rush tries to get it inside, but it's taken away, and Guanipa sends it up to Nava at the circle. Myers wins the ball away from Nava. Brenner Pittman now with a man coming up from behind. Bethelmy finds Nava, but Nava couldn't corral it. He does chase it down and keep it in bounds. Pittman 1-on-2, and Pittman wins that 1-on-2. Now on the move. Pass back to Nava to Pittman on the left side. Wall pass and contact and out of bounds, and it will be an Eagles throw-in. Caleb Adams on the defense was able to keep Pittman from getting a cross pass inside. Waning moments of regulation, we are scoreless. Eagles looking for another opportunity before that final whistle. Cross pass inside, Guanipa could not get there in time, and it was headed away by Caleb Felber. Now Bob Jones trying to get that one last opportunity. Brenner Pittman knocked it away, had a chance. However, Mark was able to keep the ball away from Pittman. Bruins on the move. Pass toward Burke over near the side. Burke allows forward attackers to get upfield. Here's Sulik with the shot and wide to the left. Sulik, a turnaround attempt. Hit it well, but missed to the left. And a goal kick coming up for Altman and the Eagles. Fernandez sends it right up to us, and I was able to keep the ball from hitting the iPad, and Dean with the assist. Otherwise, who knows? I might have had to spend another $500 to $600. I got my hand on it. Dean knocked it away. Good job, Dean. I'm going to feel that later. I think I jammed a couple fingers on my left hand. Oh well, at least I'm right-handed. That boot by Angelo Fernandez. That was headed right toward the iPad camera. Loose ball headed toward goalkeeper Isaac Landry. He keeps it on the ground. Well, we had that injury a little while ago, so that will extend the second half just a little bit. We're in the final couple of minutes, and this one will sail out of bounds. Zafira will throw it in. Zafiro sends it upfield, but Micah Klein is right there to get it back into the possession of the Bruins. This one out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. Again, both teams looking for another chance before that final whistle to end regulation. We got a wide open net and out of bounds. The ball got away from the Eagles. Fortunately for Trinity, David Young could not reach it in time. Altman came out of the net to try to make a play. Nobody there. Young couldn't get to the ball in time. So out of bounds and a goal kick for Kyle Altman. Line drive, headed again, this time McDaniel. Felber on the left side, Fernandez giving chase, and Fernandez a beautiful slide, and he knocks it out of bounds. That ball hit off Felber before crossing the line, so the Eagles get the throw in. I didn't see that, but that's what the official called. Ball was on the line, that is inbounds. Sent upfield and headed back to the goalkeeper. Now the ball on the ground. Nava almost got there in time to take it away from the keeper. That would have been a wide open shot for Nava. Now a battle at midfield, and that's going to be a whistle. Conley Burke grabbed the Eagles attacker by the jersey, Richard Vasquez, and that is a yellow card called on Conley Burke. So the Eagles get a free kick. Angelo Fernandez comes up from the backfield. He has the leg to try to go for it from this distance. There's the whistle. Fernandez sends it up in front of the net. McDaniel will be called for offsides. Landry calling for the ball, puts it on the ground, and that's going to end regulation. Nice play, misses Altman. Now I see where Kyle got his skill. That was an excellent play, misses Altman, as that ball went into the bleachers. So credit another Altman with a save as we end regulation. We have no score. There's going to be just a short break, and then the first of possibly 2 10-minute intermissions, and if there's still no score, this game will end in a tie. Stay with us. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles on YouTube. We are about to start the first overtime, and we have no score between the Eagles of Trinity Baptist College and the Bruins of Bob Jones University. Joseph Nava has taken 11 shots, 8 of them on goal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots overall for Bob Jones, 1 on goal. Isaac Landry has saved 13, Kyle Altman 1. And that's the reason we are scoreless. Other shot attempts by the Eagles: Jeremy Telius, Nazir Guanipa 2, Clayton McDaniel 2, Gabriel Zafiro and Brenner Pittman and Torian Lee each with 1. 3 shots from Sebastian Sulik, 1 apiece from Peter Waddy, Jesse Rush, Jacob Kester, Micah Klein, Conley Burke, and Casey Miller. So overtime number 1 just underway. Each team has 1 tie this season. Eagles tied Florida College 5-5. That was on September 1st. Bruins tied St. Andrews University 2-2 on September 8th. Eagles are still going from right to left. Bob Jones from left to right. That's how way we started off. Teams switched sides at halftime and switched again here in half number 2. It's been a nice, pleasant afternoon. Temperatures hovering at or below 90 degrees. We've had some very nice breezes. Absolutely beautiful weather here on the west side of Jacksonville. We're at Talon Field on the campus of Trinity Baptist College. Nathan Williams finds Melgar on the left side. He sends it up towards Nava, but the ball is headed away. Micah Klein with the defense. Pass inside to Williams. Now to Nava. Got under it and missed a chance to win the ball game. That is Nava's 12th shot, and he got under it. The ball bounced right as Nava geared up. And we are still scoreless. We are in overtime number 1, about 2 minutes in. Remember, 2 10-minute extra periods should nobody score. Fernandez is going to get called. No, he's going to draw the foul. Sebastian Sulik called for the foul. So Sulik made the initial contact. Those two gentlemen have tied up a number of times this afternoon. Fernandez gets the whistle, shakes off the collision, gets set, and the boot downfield towards McDaniel. His header will go out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for Isaac Landry. Landry set up for the goal kick. He allowed his teammates to get upfield, and a long boot past the midfield stripe. Melgar sends it back up. Bob Jones intercepts. Now right in front of us, here is Carl Walker finding Sulik, trying to beat Fernandez. More contact, this time inside the penalty box. And a huge call. It goes Bob Jones' way. That's going to be a penalty kick. After we see what's going on here, there's a Bob Jones player down inside the box. That is Sebastian Sulik. Fernandez and 2 teammates over talking with the official. But the Bruins have already set the ball up on the line. Sulik still down on his back. A couple of teammates tending to him. So now the game is on the line on a penalty inside the box. And we are going to have a timeout as the official is calling for the trainers. So we're going to pause here and we'll get ready for this penalty kick attempt. And we'll be back as the teams line up for the penalty kick. It looks like Carl Walker is going to take the honor. So stay with us. We will be back in just a minute. And we are set. Sulik is walking off the field, and we have a potential game-winning penalty kick for Bob Jones University. Carl Walker will head to the penalty line. Kyle Altman in goal. If Walker converts, this ball game is over. So Sulik heads off, and Walker lines up. All eyes on Walker and Altman. Here is the kick. It is good. The Bruins have won. Carl Walker, a penalty kick. About 5 minutes into overtime, the only goal of the game. That is Walker's first shot attempt of the afternoon. And the Bruins have defeated the Eagles 1-0 in a huge South Region matchup. So once again, final score, Bob Jones University 1, Trinity Baptist College 0. One fantastic game. The Eagles outshot, nearly doubled the shot attempts of the Bruins, but a penalty kick in overtime results in the game's only goal. Bob Jones Bruins 1, TBC Eagles 0. Well, the Eagles will then travel next week as they are on their way to Pensacola Christian College. That is their next game. That is Saturday, October 13th at Pensacola, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time. The next home game for the Eagles, Tuesday, October 16th against South Region opponent Johnson University of Florida. And then homecoming Saturday, October 20th, when both the men and the women are on the field. For Dean Bureau on camera, all of you watching on TBC Eagles, head coach Ellie Jean and athletic director John D. Jones, I'm Ray Bureau.